We have understood about different types of cones. Now we'll look into different types of ganglion cells. I think you know, once the photoreceptor cones process the information will be transmitted to bipolar cell, then the ganglion cell. Now what we are understanding is the retinal ganglion cells. Okay, there are two main types. This is a functionally they are divided into two main types. Okay, magnocellular cells are also called as alpha cells and parasol cells. Parvocellular layer cells or parvocellular cells are also known as beta cells and midget ganglia cells. So these are called as parvocellular cells, beta cells or midget ganglion cells. Magnocellular cells are also known as alpha cell or parasol cells. Right? Now remember, magnocellular cells will project onto magnocellular layer of lateral geniculate body. Parvocellular ganglion cells will project onto parvocellular layer of lateral geniculate body. What is the main difference between these two cells? Okay, so the magnocellular or M cells, it has a large receptive field. Okay, it has a the receptive field is large for magnocellular cells. It is telling like magna, meaning it's a bigger, right? So the receptive field is also bigger, and they'll conduct very fast, but the response will be transient. It will be like a short-lived responses noted in these M cells, and they mainly detect the black and white stimuli. They respond mainly to black and white stimuli, and they are not color sensitive. Very important. They'll also detect motion and flicker. Okay, so the movement is what is detected by magnocellular cells. So remember, M for magnocellular cells, meaning it has a larger receptive field. At the same time, it will also detect motion. Right, the movement is detected by this magnocellular ganglion cells, but they do not detect color. Now we'll look into parvocellular cells. Remember, it has a small, in contrast to magnocellular cells, parvocellular cells have a smaller receptive field. It conducts slowly, but the response is sustained. Okay, it means here, see here, in magnocellular cells, response will start immediately, but it will stay for very short time. But in parvocellular cells, it will it will be like slow, but it will be sustained. The response will be noted for a longer time, and this parvocellular cells is mainly responsible for color vision, okay, and finer details. So parvocellular pathway will tell us what the object is, meaning what is its color, and the finer details is what is detected by parvocellular ganglion cells. Magnocellular ganglion cells will mainly tell us where is the object and how fast this object is moving, right? So that is the main difference between these two types of cells. Okay, now there is a third specialized group of retinal ganglion cells which has been identified. Okay, they are also called as IPRGCs. RGC meaning retinal ganglion cell. IP stands for intrinsically photosensitive retinal ganglion cells. If you can Google, no, like you'll get a lot of information about this cell. Okay, this is an intrinsically photosensitive retinal ganglion cell, and this cell is nothing but it's a it is photosensitive, meaning here this cell contains a pigment called melanopsin, and this responds directly to light intensity. This mainly responds to blue light. Okay, and remember your IPRGCs, they do not contribute to image formation, that it will not help in image formation. So this is mainly helping us in regulating the circadian rhythm. I think you all know circadian rhythm, which controls our day and night cycle, or all our bodily physiological parameters. They undergo 24-hour cyclical changes, and that is what we call it as circadian rhythm. And the circadian rhythm is controlled by the hypothalamus, the suprachiasmatic nucleus in the hypothalamus. So remember, this IP, intrinsically photosensitive retinal ganglion cell, directly project to suprachiasmatic nuclei of hypothalamus. So this is a third type of retinal ganglion cells. So hope you got a clear idea about the different types of retinal ganglion cells and what exactly are these functions. Okay, functionally two main cells are identified: magnocellular cell and parvocellular cell. Magnocellular cell will help us detecting motion. Parvocellular cell will mainly help us in detecting the color, and